Welcome to the Cyber Pulse, your weekly download of what matters in the business of cybersecurity. This week, AI security startups are raking in funding. The CVE system nearly collapsed, and a federal judge says Google monopolized the adtech market. Plus, new insights from Forrester, NIST, Richard Vanderbloom, and more. Let's jump in. Let's check in on the money moves this week, and surprise, surprise, it's all about AI and security again. Expires just landed $75 million in Series A funding to bring AI agents into security operations centers, or SOCs. Their bots, called exabots, are designed to work with human analysts, not replace them. Think of it like an AI assistant that filters noise, automates routine tasks, and lets human experts focus on the big threats. Khosla Ventures led the round, with Mayfield and Thomvest backing it too. It's a big bet on the future where AI augments security teams, not overwhelms them. Next up, Pillar Security raised $9 million to tackle AI-specific risks. This startup is focused on securing the AI stack itself, the models, the data, and how they're used. That's becoming a hot topic as generative AI gets integrated into more enterprise workflows. They're still early stage, but this round will go toward their R&D and go-to-market strategy. Definitely one to keep an eye on. And finally, Virtue AI just came out of stealth with $30 million to rethink generative AI security from the ground up. Their mission is to build a full-stack platform to secure Gen AI pipelines, from development to deployment. They're not just bolting security on, they're reimagining how Gen AI can be built securely in the first place. Backers include cybersecurity heavyweights and enterprise AI vets. So this one could shake up the landscape if it lives up to the pitch. That's your market watch for this week. If you're in cyber and you're not watching the AI security crossover, now's the time to start, because clearly that's where the investment dollars are going. And now for the story you've almost definitely seen on LinkedIn, the CVE drama. Let's break it down from a cybersecurity vendor's point of view. On April 16th, MITRE warned that funding for the CVE system had expired. That's the global standard for tracking and coordinating vulnerabilities. If that goes dark, everything from patch management to threat intelligence starts to fray. Security pros were loud about it. LinkedIn was full of concern, and for good reason. A program this critical shouldn't be one contract away from collapse. CISA stepped in with stopgap funding to avoid disruption. So for now, the system's still alive. But the scramble exposed just how fragile CVE infrastructure really is. It's reliant on government grants. There's little redundancy or long-term planning. And vendors, you're building on top of all that. A recent article by Forrester analysts put it bluntly, this was a MITRE-geddon. And more than just pointing out the fragility, they're raising another point, commercialization. If public CVE services falter again, expect private tools and commercial alternatives to step up. So what should cybersecurity vendors do? First, audit your stack. Know where and how you rely on CVE data. If your product or process depends on it, have a backup plan. Second, start thinking about how you'd handle a gap in CVE coverage. That might mean building internal enrichment pipelines, sourcing from other feeds, or partnering with commercial providers. And finally, watch for market shifts. If commercial CVE alternatives start gaining traction, it could affect everything from pricing to how your product differentiates in the threat intel space. We've dodged a bullet this time, but vendors should take this as a warning shot. The foundation of vulnerability management just showed its cracks. More in the links below. If you market or sell in B2B SaaS cybersecurity and you use LinkedIn to reach your buyers, you need to hear this. Richard Vanderbloom's Algorithmic Insights Report 2025 drops this month, along with his brand new Content and Algorithm Playbook. If you're not familiar, Richard and his team analyzed thousands of posts, like over 10,000, to figure out what actually works on LinkedIn. It's not theory, it's data-backed insight into how the platform works, what content performs, and how to consistently reach your audience without burning out. For cybersecurity vendors trying to build awareness, create demand, or open doors through social, this is the guide. Whether you're trying to get your go-to-market team posting more, revamp your company page strategy, or finally crack the code on what content builds trust and drives results, this playbook is your shortcut. But wait, there's more. Richard added new breakdowns for 2025 content trends, carousel performance, video tips, and even best practices for execs and company pages. I've got an affiliate link in the description if you want early access. It's a small investment for a huge edge on LinkedIn. Trust me, if you're serious about using LinkedIn to drive growth in cybersecurity, this is the playbook you'll keep open on your desk all year. Let's talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention in cybersecurity: your existing customers. According to Forrester, most B2B companies bring in over 60% of their revenue from renewals and expansion, not new logos. That's right, your current customer base is where the real money lives. And yet most companies still pour all their energy into landing new deals. This is especially risky in cybersecurity. Your buyers have options. If they don't feel supported or see value month to month, they will move on. Forrester says if you want to grow in this market, your focus needs to shift away from just chasing net new and toward protecting what you've already built. That means tighter alignment between customer success, customer marketing, and customer advocacy. Not just separate teams doing their own thing, but a shared strategy. It's all about keeping customers engaged, making sure they actually see results from your solution, and building trust so they stick around, maybe even tell their peers. Here's the bottom line. Customer retention is revenue protection. And in this economy, you can't afford to lose what you've already earned. Want to grow? Start by making your current customers wildly successful. That's what drives renewals, expansions, and reputation. All the good stuff. Heads up for everyone building privacy-first products. NIST just dropped a major update to its privacy framework. Originally launched in 2020, this framework is designed to help organizations manage privacy risks. It's not a law, but it is a widely respected guide for best practices, especially for companies that want to show they're serious about protecting data. The 2.0 update just landed, and it adds a lot more clarity around AI governance. According to Dark Reading, one of the biggest shifts is how the framework now helps companies identify and address privacy risks in systems that use AI. That includes everything from data collection and usage to automated decisions and model transparency. And here's something that caught my attention. NIST added a whole new govern function. It's meant to guide how organizations define roles, responsibilities, and decision-making authority around privacy. That's a big deal for cybersecurity vendors trying to land deals with regulated industries. It helps you speak their language. There are also more examples and profiles in this release, making it easier to apply the framework to real-world scenarios. The bottom line is, if you're a cybersecurity or AI vendor, especially in B2B SaaS, this is worth reviewing. Customers and partners increasingly expect clear, transparent governance, and aligning with something like NIST Privacy Framework can help you build trust and open doors. We've linked the update in the description. It's worth a look. Let's talk about something every cybersecurity vendor needs to understand, especially if you're trying to grow brand awareness, build pipeline, or stand out in a noisy market. Jay Klaus just posted a great reminder over on LinkedIn and backed it up with a deeper article, The Value of Attention. Here's the gist. Everyone out here are chasing clicks, likes, form fills, but attention, real earned attention, that's the most valuable thing you can get. Jay makes a smart distinction. There's paid attention, like ads, sponsorships, all the stuff where you want to buy your way into someone's feed. And then there's earned attention, where people choose to follow your content, your voice, and your insights. Let's be honest, in B2B cybersecurity, we're often playing the short game, pushing product features, launching campaigns, tracking attribution like hawks. But here's the truth. You don't get long-term traction unless people actually pay attention to you. Jay lays it out like this. Attention is what earns you permission. And with that permission, you can build trust. Once people trust you, they'll actually care about what you sell. So, if you're running a marketing or go-to-market at a cybersecurity vendor, ask yourself, are we creating content people actually want to consume? Are we showing up consistently in the right channels? And are we focused on long-term audience growth or just short-term conversions? This applies across the board: LinkedIn, YouTube, newsletters, podcasts. If you want more pipeline, more partnerships, more impact, start by earning attention first. I'll drop the link to Jay's full article in the description. It's worth a read. Now, here's a big one that could ripple through the entire digital ecosystem. A U.S. judge just ruled that Google illegally monopolized the adtech market. Yeah, this is serious. According to TechCrunch, the ruling came down in a Justice Department antitrust case, and it opens the door to a possible breakup of Google's advertising empire. Now, for a quick breakdown, Google's been dominating both sides of the digital ads business, tools for advertisers and tools for publishers. That means they've been operating the auction, running the bidding platform, and owning a huge slice of the supply. The DOJ basically said you can't be the referee and play on both teams. So, what does this mean for the cybersecurity world? Well, for vendors in B2B SaaS, especially those with marketing, analytics, or adtech integrations, this is one to watch closely. If Google is forced to spin off parts of its business, we could see major disruption in how digital ads are bought, sold, and tracked. Right now, this is just a ruling, not the final outcome, but the next moves from the DOJ could change how digital advertising works for everyone, vendors, marketers, and publishers alike. We'll be tracking it. That's it for this episode of the Cyber Pulse. If you got value from this, hit like and subscribe, as that helps my channel grow. Join the community at bootstrapcyber.com. It's where smart, scrappy cyber business pros go to stay sharp and stay ahead. Now, it's time to get back to business. Until then, keep hacking your success.